Good morning students. Today we discuss about 11th commerce subject. In this morning video we discuss about the first chapter, that is we already started this chapter in the previous online class. We discuss about the barter system and meaning, conditions of barter system, and also how it is difficult to make the barter system and hindrance of commerce. Various points related to hindrance of commerce we discussed in the earlier videos. So today in this video we will learn about the historical background of the commerce. Historical background of commerce. So there is some of the important points about this topic, that is the more important for any student to learn the historical background of the growth and development of commerce in the country in general and in Tamil Nadu in particular. So the earliest trading population of India was Indus Valley people who used the word trade. The word Vaniam or Vanibam would have had a Dravidian origin. The early Tamils produced their products and goods in their hands and bartered their surplus, and that is how trade came into existence. So in the earlier period, the word Vaniam and Vanibam are mostly used for trading purposes. Mostly the people in the ancient period, they will produce the product whatever they need and they can consume the product. If there is any surplus product, means they can use barter system in order to exchange the goods for some other goods, because of money will not be used as a medium of exchange in the ancient period. So barter system will be applied in that period. So the word Vanigam has been widely used in Sangam literature like Purananuru and Tirukural. The Tamil Brahmi instructions from Alagarmalai, Pugalur, Mangulam and Sri Lankan literature illustrate the fact that trade like gold, plough, cloth, etc. was conducted during the early age. So mostly in the ancient period, the goods are to be exchanged for some other goods only, not in the medium of exchange of money. So trade in Sangam period was both internal and external, but it was conducted by means of barter, that is Pandamatu Murai. So trade was one of the major means of linking various regions in the medieval period. So Sangam work refers to the great traders, their caravans, security force, marts and guilds of such great trades. So in the ancient period, Sangam will introduce the trade in order to produce and supply the product under barter system, that is Pandamatu Murai. Both internal and external trade they can use. Next, trade and traders in the Pandya dynasty. So trade and commerce was so common to Pandya dynasty. Information collected from the diaries of foreign travelers, voyagers, mariners and adventurers of the ancient world highlighted the prosperity of trade in the Pandya country. So trade will be developed in the Pandya kingdom by these some of the peoples. So in this ancient period, they are also produced the product and used the barter system of selling the goods. Coastal trade, coastal trade in ancient Tamils. Big cities like Bumbugar had the Marurupakam, that is inland town, and Patinapakam coastal town had a market and a bazaar where many merchants met one another for the purpose of selling or buying different kinds of commodities and found food stuff. So in the ancient Tamil Nadu, peoples were produce the product and supply it under barter system, mostly in the inland town, that is Marurupakam, and also the coastal town Patinapakam. They can use these places in order to make a trade activities to purchase and supply the product. So port towns like Tondi, Korkai, Pugar and Musri were always seen as a busy with marts and markets with activities related to import and export of the product. So in such a brisk trade, people of the coastal regions engage themselves in coastal trade and developed their intercontinental trade contacts. So they were engaged in the different kinds of fishing, pearls and conches, and produced salts and built ships, boats like Padagu, Thoni, Ambu, etc. They were produced the products. So role of the government during ancient Tamil Nadu. Foreigners who transacted business were known as Yavanars. Arabs who traded with Tamil were called Jonagar. Patinapalli praised Kavaripumbattinam as a city where various foreigners of high civilization speaking different languages assembled to transact business with the support of the kingdom. So foreigners are also involved in the trading activities in the Tamil Nadu with the support of the government. So the role of the state in trade related to the aspect, namely adequate infrastructure to sustain the trade and administrative machinery for taxation. So during the Sangam period, the main trade routes were passing through thick forest over western gates. So the state protected the merchant caravans on these trade routes from robbers and wild. So in the ancient Tamil Nadu, the product will be produced and supplied with the help of the foreigners. Also they can came and supply the product. Contribution of Kautilya to trade. So Kautilya, that is Arthashastra, describe economy in Mauryan time. So this brought out history of marketing practiced some 2000 years ago. So according to Kautilya, trade in medieval India was centralized since the commodities produced could not be sold in the location of production. The state designated certain place for selling the commodities. So in the contribution of Kautilya to the trading activities, they can have certain place in order to sell the product. In levy duties on goods brought into the city and could be sold after payment of duty charges. So only certain merchants were authorized to engage in trade to sell at a price fixed by them. Chief controllers of state trading. So the profit margin allowed for traders range between 5% for indigenous goods and 10% for imported goods. So they should fix the profit margin. If the product will be supplied within the nation, within the place, the profit will be fixed at 5%. If it is imported goods, means 10% of profit will be fixed. So import of foreign goods was encouraged to enhance the standard of living condition of the people. So Kautilya gave importance for the state in relation to treasury, taxation, industry, commerce, agriculture and conservation of natural resources. Next, commerce and trade in North India. Commerce and trade in North India. So this topic will be discussed in the next video. Thank you.